Welcome back to Coffee Time. Special guest in studio with me this morning, Mr. Brian Brown. Brian, how you doing, sir?
Good, good.
Glad to have you. Walker County Extension System office right here in Jasper, Alabama.
Yep, that's right.
I call Brian my tree man. He's going to tell us in a minute all about all kind of trees and when to plant, when to cut, when to trim. You're Auburn graduate.
I am.
You
Three
picked
times.
up eight. You pick up 8 new football championships. That's great.
We got to get them somewhere. So.
I was kidding about that before we came on the air. Just pick them out of the air and get them.
Yeah, that's right.
Just get them.
Yeah.
And we also talked about some kind of super athlete named Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You were down there in those days.
I was. I went to a lot of games. Saw him. It was amazing. So.
Yeah, that's good. You're stationed here in the Jasper office?
I am.
And you got 11 counties, 9 counties?
I have 5 counties.
5 counties?
Yeah, so I cover Walker, Winston, Morgan, Lawrence, and Limestone. So I go all the way to the state line in Athens.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big coverage
Pretty
area.
big coverage.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything north, really.
Yes.
Everything
yes.
north and west.
Yes, that's
North
correct.
and west.
Yep.
You got a class coming up we need to talk about and invite our
Yeah.
people to be part of that.
Absolutely.
Invasive plants.
Yeah, that's, it's a huge problem here in Alabama. There's a lot of different invasive plants, but we're going to talk about how to get rid of them. And really, privet.
Yeah,
Privet. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's about 4 million acres that's covered.
Is that what's on along the interstates?
No, that's some other things, but
Okay.
but yeah, privet is the worst one. It's kind of a low-growing evergreen shrub, real bad. It's spread by birds and whatnot, eating the seed. But yeah, privet, mimosa,
Mimosa?
kudzu.
Yeah, I know about kudzu.
Kudzu. That's one that people think is hard to kill, but it's actually one of the easiest ones to kill. You just got to know how to do it and what you need to treat and when you need to treat it. So it's a bad one though.
Yeah.
It grows fast.
Grows fast and quickly spreads.
Yeah, that's right.
Quickly spreads. Now, does it affect our farmers or
It can.
The cattle people?
It can. There's other invasive weeds that are or shrubs, trees and shrubs that affect our farmers, but most of the time it's kind of on the outskirts or on the edges. Privet's probably one of the worst ones, but in addition to that, the Bradford pears. A lot of people use them as an ornamental tree.
Yes.
We call them the calorie pear as well. Those are the ones in the spring. It has the white blooms.
Yes.
Everybody thinks is real pretty. Well, they're pretty at a distance, but what happens is they have thorns about 2 or 3 inches long that will pop a tractor tire. So that really affects our farmers.
Wow.
And it's all spread by the Bradford pear that we plant in our yards. You can't hardly buy them anymore. I don't even know if you can buy them.
Well, I'm guilty. I've got 2 in my front yard.
Yeah, they are bad news. What's happened is they're crossing with the native pears, and then they're pollinating, and they'll get out in your fields and stuff, and they have thorns, and it's not good.
Pop a tractor tire.
Yeah, they're very, very thick, very long thorns, and if you try to cut them, I tried to cut some in my yard one time, and I looked like I'd been in a knife fight.
That's right.
So yeah, we're going to talk about how to get rid of all those.
Okay. When is the class?
It's Monday at noon.
This next Monday?
Yes, this coming Monday.
At the Jasper office?
At the Jasper office.
Okay,
That's right.
y'all need to I need to call or get set up or just come or?
You can call the office. We also, if you look on our calendar online at aces.edu, ACES.edu, you can just click on Monday and it'll be right there. It says Lunch and Learn. So bring your lunch.
1 hour class or
1
2?
hour class.
1 hour class.
Just a quick, 1 hour overview of it. I can actually probably extend it out to 4 or 5 hours, but I'm going to try to keep it brief and kind of tell people how to take care of these things.
There's the number to call, 221-3392.
Yep.
Just tell them you're going to be there so they can get a count.
That's right. Yep. We just for a head count, but anybody's welcome, even if you don't register. I'd like to have them registered, but if you just show up, we ain't going to turn you away.
Now, you said privet was the worst one.
Yes,
Probably
by far.
the worst one.
By far.
Tell me what that is. What is that
So Chinese
plant?
privet.
Chinese privet.
Yes, it is an invasive species. It's been here for decades. It's usually, you see it growing usually at the tree lines. It's maybe 6 to 8 foot tall, evergreen Very, very common. I mean, it's probably, you can probably walk out back here and probably
Signs.
see privet.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It is our #1 invasive weed.
Now, is that #1 Alabama or is that #1 U.S.?
Probably in the southeast.
Okay, southeast
But
US.
Alabama for sure.
Yeah.
It's by far the most acreage.
How do we get privet? Come through the Mobile port?
Well, a lot of things did come through there, but I'm not sure exactly how it
Yeah.
got here. Since it's Chinese privet, I imagine it
Yeah,
came over here
sure.
from China, like a lot of plants do.
yeah.
So
They get in their cargo and
Right.
and here we go with it.
right, and
Starts down south and spreads north.
that's right. And there's a lot of invasive species, but that one in particular is really, really bad because it just grows so prolifically.
How do I, as a homeowner, handle that?
Well, there's several methods, but it's going to take some herbicide usually. Some people don't want to use it, but that's what you have to do.
You got to do it. You got to spray it.
You got to spray it, and you have to spray it. Once you cut it, you need to spray it within the first 30 seconds.
Oh,
So if you don't spray that stump within the first 30 seconds, it will kind of seal off, and it won't grow it. So
that's news that a lot of people need to know.
that's right, and that's why they need to come to the class
That's
to find
right.
that
They
stuff
need to
out.
find that out. But if you cut it, you got to spray it.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
sprayer's got to be sitting right here.
Yeah, usually I'm
Both
old
of 'em.
now, so I have to use knee pads.
Yeah.
So usually I'll just get on my knees and cut them with a chainsaw, and then spray it right as I get
Right
done.
as you cut it.
Yep,
And that's the only way to really get rid of it.
that's true. Yeah, and you can mulch it, but mulching's expensive. Paying somebody
Well,
$200 or
it might-
$300
it-
an hour.
It might help spread it by mulching.
It can. It actually can. When you prune a plant, it actually grows more.
Yes.
There's a biblical lesson in that.
Now,
but
I'd hate to know
it's
that I put privet in my mulch around my house because here comes the privet.
Yeah, yeah. So but you can hire those mulchers with the big head on there that
Yes,
grinds it up,
grinds
and that
it.
does okay. But usually it'll just pop right back up. So you really have to treat it. So it's a hard one to control too.
All right, the class is going to be Monday at 12 noon. Take your lunch hour and come to how to treat and recognize and take care of invasive plants.
That's right.
And you'll be leading the class.
Yes, sir.
That'll be Monday at 12 noon at the Walker County Extension System on Airport Road,
Yep, 1501.
1501 Airport Road. Just give them a call at 221-3392 about coming to the class and show up during your lunchtime. And it's a good class.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to teach it all through your area?
Probably. I'll probably do a more extended class in some other areas, but I wanted to get this one right out the gate, and
Good deal.
I'll probably be offering some more classes, get some ornamental horticulture points for it. So.
All right, let's talk about your expertise, and that is trees.
Yeah.
When should I start planting for this year?
When it starts cooling off, so around September, October,
October 1.
perfect
maybe.
time. Perfect time to do that.
Okay.
Find you a weekend that don't have a football game on it.
that's hard
And,
to get, but anyway.
But yeah, fall is a great time to plant. The plants aren't in as much heat, so it's not as stressed. It's also going into dormancy, so that it actually gets a flush of root growth. So it's a great time to do it. The best thing to know about planting trees right now, or shrubs or anything, don't plant them too deep. That is the #1 problem.
Okay, that was you reading my mind, because I was going to ask you the question, what about that hole I'm digging?
Yeah. So I tell people don't dig a hole, dig a dish.
Okay.
Because a hole has straight sidewalls.
Yes.
And what happens is those roots will grow into that sidewall and start circling.
Okay.
And so you don't want that.
No.
It'll die about 3 to 5 years down the road. And that's what you don't want. So #1, dig a dish with sloping sides, twice as big at minimum, 2 to 3 times as big as the root ball. So if you buy a tree that's in a 3-gallon container, that hole needs to be about this big. And so the other thing is
Like a number 10 wash tub, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that big around.
Yeah, and the thing is though, especially here in Walker County, we have hard soils.
Yeah, we do.
It's hard to dig here, but you don't have to go too deep. And that's probably the bigger problem is people they dig too deep. And so especially on a tree, when you put it in the ground, if you look at a tree out in the woods, the base of that tree has what's called a basal flare. So it kind of does like
That's
this.
right, yes.
And that's the point at which that tree naturally grows. And so when you get it in a container, a lot of times it's too deep. So you need to dig down in that container to find where that basal flare is, and that's the level we should put the tree. So a tree in a 3-gallon container should only be about maybe 6 or 8 inches deep. Because
But
most
wide,
tree roots,
wide, so those roots can get out.
that's right. Most tree roots, this is your fun fact of the day, most tree roots, whether it be a 70-foot pine tree or whatever, most of those tree roots are in the top 8 to 10 inches of soil.
Is that right?
Yeah. So it's not, you see a lot of images with the tree, what's up top, what's the bottom. Not necessarily true. Most of them spread out more than anything.
More than down straight,
Yes.
they spread out.
Yes, and like, you hear about tap roots a lot. A tap root's actually a juvenile feature of a tree. So there may be some type of tap root, but that's not where it's getting its energy and its water and nutrients from.
Now, some of them you buy in I call it burlap wrap.
Yep, balled and burlap.
We got to take it off of there? Or?
Yes. The International Society of Arboriculture, that's the one who come up with the certified arborist, which I'm a certified arborist. They recommend pulling all the burlap off to the top few inches of that, especially if it's wrapped around the trunk of the tree. If it's wrapped around the trunk, what will happen is start wicking the water, and it'll rot around the base of that tree.
It tightens.
Yeah, and so it'll wick that water around there, and that water just stays on there, and it rots.
Well,
so you want to pull it away for sure.
You may have to take some scissors. You may have to take something.
Yep.
You got to cut that all off.
Yep, and even the basket. A lot of those balled and burlap trees come in a basket.
Yes.
Wire basket. You need to cut at least the top 2 rungs of that basket away. I like to cut them off completely, but if you do that in a balled and burlap tree, you'll have a good success with it.
So it's a good time to plant any kind of tree.
Yes.
Your pear trees, your fruit trees, your pine trees, your oak trees.
Yeah, usually you see your fruit trees in February, and that's still a good time to plant those too.
Still
But,
cold, still good.
yeah, perfect time to do that.
Good deal.
But any ornamental thing right now.
All
is
right,
great.
now what about trimming my
Yeah.
trees?
You don't want to do that now.
All right, that's a good answer.
So the reason why you don't do that now is because we got some warm days still ahead of us.
Sure we do.
You know,
October sometime is,
that's right.
summertime.
I've skied at Smith Lake in October.
yes.
So we're going to get these warm days. If you prune, like let's say you get out there this evening and you prune some trees, within a week or two, you're going to have some little tiny buds
That's
pop
right.
out. What will happen is those tiny buds are real tender, and then November we get our first frost, and it has killed its bud. So don't trim right now. Some plants you prune before in the wintertime, and some you prune later on after they bloom. So it just depends on what the plant is, but in general, we want to stay away from any kind of pruning right now.
Well, now if they've got they can go acs.edu and ask some questions to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd be glad to answer questions.
When do I trim my fruit trees? When do I
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Because that's what your specialty is on the tree business.
yeah. I like to prune usually February.
February is the best time to prune
Love
trees.
it. Love it. It's cool.
Cool.
It's cool out there. You can prune a lot, especially your fruit trees.
All right. The word is plant first week of October,
Mm-hmm.
right around that first cool spell, right in there, and prune in February.
Yes.
That's the roof.
For most everything.
Most everything.
Yeah.
You got a question, you can call Brian at 221-3392.
Yep.
Or send him a text on the email. Tell us again about the class on invasive plants.
Yeah, invasive plants, lunch and learn on Monday. And we would love to have you. If you want to register, you can go to aces.edu and register there, or you can just call the office and we'd be glad to have you. So if you just want to walk up and come, we'd be glad to have you there.
Good deal, good class. Located on Airport Road, right on the 911 sign.
Yep, that's right. Right in front
Easy
of
to
it.
find. Easy
Can't
to
miss
find.
it.
Can't miss it. Tell Danny we say hello.
I will.
He's a traveling man. Get us some more national championships from I'm not talking about Auburn now. I'm talking about Danny and his teams. They just travel all the time
Yeah.
trying to win national championships.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
with all those 4-H groups. Tell Becky I say hello too.
I will.
Come to see us. All right, we're going to take a break. Thanks for Brian coming in and being with us today here on Coffee Time. We'll be right back after these messages.